Hi, welcome to Playing Games. I'm Chris, and today we're going to unbox some playing cards. This video is a continuing look at the Italian regional card decks. Over the course of 16 short videos, I will be opening all of the Italian regional packs, and we'll go over what makes these unique masterpieces tick. Let's go. Today we're going to open the Trentine Italian card deck. This is not a deck that I've owned up until this project. There are three types of North Italian tea cards. There's the Trentine, Trevisane, and Triestine. So believe it or not, in one small area in Italy, there are three decks that all come from tea places or regions. Hopefully I don't get them mixed up. All right, so check this out. This is the first Italian card deck that I've gotten that says Pro on it. Sounds good to me. This is a Del Negro brand. They're made in Treviso, the other tea one. This is not that. This is from Trento. All right, let's open it up. All right, nice. It's a heavier feeling deck. I'm guessing that's the ace card there. Some sort of crest and a woman there. All right, and these are 100% plastic, so they have a different like sound and feel and bend. And look at this. Okay, so the ace is not labeled, but the 2 is, and so is the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The Fonte is not labeled, but it has some interesting hair. There we go. There's the King of Coins, and unlike most Italian decks, the Ace of Coins is not the lead card here. It is the King of Coins. It has the little stamp area there for the stamp tax. This is clubs, not swords. Interesting coloring, yellow hand with red fingering. The 2, which is not a 4, but oh, look at that. They label it there and there. That's nice. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So as confusing as these are, you don't have to worry about that. The number is printed right on there. Then we have the Fonte, very duotoned here. Another multi-hair colored person there on the horse. And okay, so the king, he's not popping a squat. He's supposed to be seated. That comes from the oldest decks. The kings were meant to all be seated, not standing. The standing is a newer phenomenon. This is meant to evoke that old school feel. Okay, multicolored haired and winged Cupid. So these are the cups. They look more like goblets in this. 2, a little confusing that they put 2 twice in the same direction. It's not 2 plus 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here is a cute dog, but another multi-haired person for the Fonte. Same thing with the horse, and this king is seated. He's seated. And finally we have the spades or spade suits. And this is a straight sword, but I'm sure we'll see some curved scimitars. Yep, there's the 2. Little branding on the 2, Del Negro. The 3 has a sword going through it. The 4, 5, 6, 7. Face card, the Fonte. The face card, Cavallo. And finally the face card, King. Also not squatting, sitting. I don't know why, but these cards are heavier. How big are these cards? They're pretty big. Wider than most cards. 54. The length is about 100. So these are on the bigger side. Like many Italian decks, the 4 of coins has an object in the middle. In this case, it's a ship. And following tradition, this deck makes the horse of swords a Saracen, a Muslim. You can tell by the curved sword. This deck uses ancient Italian suits of coins, goblets, batons, and scimitars. The face cards are single-ended, so we have more royal artwork in these. All 4 kings are seated, and you can see that the King of Coins has a space for a stamp tax. The Ace of Coins in this deck would not have been used for that. The Ace of Coins has a very unique portrait of a lady. Does anybody know who she is? Let me know in the comments. Our Cupid on this deck can be found on the Ace of Goblets, not spades. He's not multicolored like some decks. Well, his body anyways. This pack does give all the figures multicolored hair. You see what I mean? This deck can come in 40 or 52 cards. The 40 cards are needed for most Italian games, but in Trento and the Veneto region, the 52 card game Trappola was the main game that used to be played. Now Madrasso is more popular and uses a 40 card deck though. I'd be curious to know whether this North Italian style deck or the German suited Salzburgese deck is more popular in Trento. Does anyone else think it's strange that Italy has 16 regional decks and so many of them are centralized in this one little area? Trento is just a stone's throw away from Brescia or Bergamo, which have their own decks. Meanwhile, there are only 3 regional decks in the south of Florence, which makes up more than 2/3 of Italy's landmass. It's very interesting which regions held on to their regional decks and which adopted other regions instead. But it does make sense because these cards likely came through Venice, so you would have had most of the early cards produced in this small area here. In fact, the 2 major producers of playing cards in Italy are in Treviso or Trieste, which are not far from Venice. Information is scant when it comes to regional decks, so if you're from Trento, or you know a lot about this deck, or why the face cards have clown hair, please share what you know in the comments and I'll do my best to keep that knowledge alive. This is just one of Italy's many regional decks, and you can see all the others right here on Playing Games. Please comment, like, and subscribe to help this channel grow. Also, help support the hard work that goes into these videos by donating to this channel. You are great. What's this card? I do not like clowns.